Nightmare narratives here. I've put a lot of care into bringing these classics to you, and I'd love to know where you're listening from. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you're enjoying this, a like would mean a lot. Now, sit back and enjoy the show.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Welcome to the world of your own terrifying imagination. No storyteller is better loved than the gentle Robert Louis Stevenson, who wrote Treasure Island and A Child's Garden of Verses. But strangely, there was another side to Stevenson. He was also the man who could write the blood-curdling history of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And this tale of violence and voodoo you're about to hear, called The Beach of Falesa.
Yeah, take a look through my glass.
Thank you.
Catch a bit of white there to the eastern, eh?
Yes?
Yeah, that's your house. When George Underhill saw it, he said, "Oh, I've dropped into a soft thing here." Only saw him once more, and he changed, all right.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know if it was the gin or a strange kind of sickness, but they found him one morning hanging upsides down from his veranda rail, crazy as a loon, carrying on about someone watering his copra. He died in a convulsion.
Oh, was it thought to be the island?
Oh, no proof. But the next man figures, shot his head, blew his head right off. And the first of the line of the Benton Far East Company, old Adams, he just plain up and disappeared as though that damn tropical forest reached out like a octopus and swallowed him, hook, line and sinker. No, sir. No, sir, Mr. Witcher, trader or not, promotion with your company or whatever. You wouldn't get Captain Ben Randall here to set one foot on the beach at Falesa.
Our mystery drama, The Beach of Falesa, was especially adapted from the Robert Louis Stevenson classic For the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Alexander Scourby. It is sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division and Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, brewers of Budweiser. I'll be back shortly with Act One.
Excuse me, sir, but do you know what happens this time of year?
Right on, pal. I happen to know that right about now a freak blizzard falls on Dumont, New Jersey, and they're snowed in for the rest of the summer. Happens every year.
Nope. You see, what happens this time of year is that you can get a particularly good deal on what is perhaps the most luxurious mid-size car on the market, the mid-size Buick Century Regal.
What good's a car when you're hopelessly snowed in?
Well, that's a point.
Once upon a time, there came to pass a new law, and great changes came over the people. They were happy and busied themselves at work they enjoyed. They were kind to the earth, and it gave back to them. No one had to lock doors or put fences around their land. Everyone had enough to eat. The sick and the aged were cared for. The people stood proud and tall.
In the land of make-believe, there were no poor. The Campaign for Human Development is working to make the same thing happen in our real world.
Campaign for Human Development, United States Catholic Conference.
What do you tell a husband who comes home and says, "I just don't know about a vacation this year"? Well, you tell him about Ramada Inn's family plan, where your kids 18 and under share your room free. And you tell him about the toll-free Ramada Inn's reservation number, 800-228-2828. At least that's what I tell him.
At Ramada Inn's, you're always welcome home.
This is Frank Lieber. Join us Saturday night at 8 from Texas Stadium as the Dallas Cowboys return home to meet the Houston Oilers in the annual Salesmanship Club game. The play-by-play is brought your way by Jack in the Box, Family Restaurants, inviting you to stop in and try the Jack Steak Sandwich. And by Chevrolet. Many Chevrolet dealers are featuring year-end savings now. Another reason we say Chevrolet makes sense for America.
is the oil from the coconut and is used in the manufacture of soap and margarine. 75 years ago, when Robert Louis Stevenson was alive, young Britishers would mortgage 10 years of their lives in the Pacific Islands to make their pile and come back to England to establish a business of their own. This, then, is Henry Wiltshire's story, which he can tell better than I.
It might not seem like much to you, but when you've been down the line as long as I have, that beach at Falesa looked like a ruddy city. I mean, there were houses, what passed for a couple of streets, a church, and even a few of my own countrymen. For nearly 4 years, I'd been cut off in a mucky little island, maybe 15 miles long, but narrow enough so you could spit across it given the right wind. So, whatever the ruddy captain said about Falesa, I didn't pay him no mind. It wouldn't be long before I'd be finding out I should have. But right then, I was as excited as a kid at his first circus. Here's a boat coming now. She's right in the pass. Looks to be a 16-foot whaler. 2 white men in the stern sheet. Let's see that glass. Oh, aye, that's Case, all right. And the pastor with him. Case? Trader with another company. I'll be glad of somebody who speaks my own language. Oh, I wouldn't be too sure of that. Jeremy Case has a gallows bad reputation. You know what a place the beach is for talking. Well, it's right nice of them to come out to greet and fetch me. Yeah. Not you. Huh? What'll you bet it's gin they're after, eh? I'll lay you 5 to 2. They take 6 cases. When the 2 traders came aboard, I was pleased with both of them. One was a Kanaka, to be sure. Case would have passed muster in a city. He was smallish, had a hawk's nose to his face, pale eyes, and a beard neatly scissor-trimmed. It was clear he came of good family, was splendidly educated. He had the courage of a lion and the cunning of a rat. And if he's not in hell today, there's no such place.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Wiltshire. Jeremy Case bids you welcome to Falesa.
Thank you kindly. Sorry we're to be in competition.
There's enough for all. I pray you better luck than your predecessors. Oh, I'm forgetting my manners. This is our pastor.
Pleasure to meet you, Master. And it's our honor to have you join our community, which I'll hope to see you at Sunday service.
So, Captain, it's a well-favored wind that's blown you our way so soon.
Oh, you mean Vic has left me a cargo of copra?
Sorry to disappoint you, Captain. Not a drop, I'm afraid, of either copra or gin. I'm only praying to God your ship is not as dry as his warehouse.
What did I tell you, Mr. Wiltshire? How many cases?
You couldn't spare 6?
Well, even though I don't ship for your copra company, I laid in plenty. I'll have your 6 brought up from the old. Cash on the line, eh?
Yes, always. Mr. Wiltshire, sir.
Yes.
If you don't mind the suggestion, let's round up your belongings and load them in the whaleboat.
Well, I wouldn't want to be any trouble.
No, please, sir, let me hear no argument. Oh, there's nothing like gin and lime to settle the stomach, cool the brain, and ease the mind.
Yes. Very kind of you to stand me a couple at the bar like this. What's the name of this place?
Whistling Jimmy's.
Oh, must be a cheery sort.
Was.
Huh?
We caught him watering the copra. He took a bullet in the throat. Well, let's have another round.
No, thanks. I must be off for my house and stop to get things shipshape. Besides, I must not leave Mano alone too long.
Mano? Well, you could have knocked me over with a feather when you hauled that 10-year-old out from between decks and said he was part of your belongings. You are a strange man. How can you saddle yourself with a Kanaka brat, club-footed at that? What happened to the mother?
She was killed.
By whom?
Her husband.
Why?
For daring to bear an island chief a son who was not perfect.
And you brought the child up?
No, the child was hidden and brought up by its nurse.
When I came as trader to the island, the old woman cooked and cared for me, and I learned to know the boy. Shortly before I left the island, the old woman died. When it came time for me to go, I knew that Mano would be left to die. He was taboo, you see. So I brought him with me.
For what?
Well, no one deserves to die before his time.
A man dies when he has to.
Well, I have no wish to quarrel with so generous a host, but I must be off.
No, and I must go with you. Now, more than ever, we are ready to consummate the first rite for any man of our race on this island.
Huh?
Come, let's go.
Case insisted on paying treat and led me outside the bar. And I found myself staring at a crowd of girls, all dressed out for me.
They're ugly, but the best we could muster, old man.
Huh?
Chap has to have a wife.
Oh, no, I'm not so sure that...
You can have any one of these for a plug of tobacco. Besides, we have it all fixed up nice and legal. You just nip inside the bar once you've picked your chicken, and Blackjack the bartender marries you nice and proper. No, he's a chaplain, you know.
Yes, but I don't want to marry.
Leave all that to Jeremy Case, eh? Out of it as easy as in. Besides, you need a cook and someone to clean, and a man's got to have companionship or he'll go mad, yeah? Well, there now. Look them over.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They all look a little broad in the bing.
Ah, not the one I've picked for you, lad. Look.
She'd just come up from fishing, wearing nothing but a chemise all wetted through. She was young and slender, with a long face and a high forehead. And a shy, strange, childish look between a cat's and a baby's. Who is she?
That's Uma. If you'll take my advice, you'll take her.
Aye, but will she take me?
What choice has she? But if you like, I'll ask her.
Here's a late weather advisory from KRLD News. A tornado warning's just been issued for Ellis County, directly south of Dallas. It's in effect until 11 tonight. Radar shows a tornado some 5 miles north of Ennis, Texas. That's a tornado warning until 11 for Ellis County, directly south of Dallas. A tornado warning's also in effect until 10:30 for people in Kaufman County. That's a tornado warning until 10:30 for Kaufman County. For Dallas County, along with Ellis and Kaufman counties, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect till 10:30. There are severe storms with heavy rains, damaging winds, and some hail moving through Dallas, Ellis, and Kaufman counties. That severe thunderstorm warning until 10:30. And in addition, for Dallas, Kaufman, Ellis, and Denton counties, a flash flood warning in effect until 11:30 tonight because of the heavy volume of rain. That's a flash flood warning for Dallas, Kaufman, Ellis, and Denton counties until 11:30 tonight. This late weather advisory from KRLD News.
He crossed to her and spoke to her in Polynesian. For a moment she spoke to him in her pretty Polynesian voice. Then she nodded and came toward me with her free-swinging stride. She was the color of dark honey. Whether it was the breeze or her as she stood in front of me, she smelled of wild lime and vanilla.
Me, Uma. I am no ever, no man's thing. You want me. I marry you.
I'm Sam Wiltshire.
Sama Wilshire?
No, Wiltshire.
Yes, Wilshire.
Well, I reckon that's as close as you will get. You'll be calling me Sam anyway.
Yes, Sama.
I suppose that'll do, too. Did Case tell you about the boy?
Mano? All the same, you, son. Where's your wife? You have other wife?
No wife.
Good. Oh, please, Sama. I wish for marry you. But not like this.
Huh?
I no bumboat woman. I be dressed all the same bride. You see? And I no marry you inside there. I marry you here. In open air. When sun, halfway from palm tree tip to sea.
Light as a feather, she was on her feet and gone. Not running, but moving swiftly. Her head held high as though she was a ruddy countess.
That means she'll be back about 4-ish. Well, come on, we've time to hoist a few before the nuptials begin. Hey, take a seat, Richard. Excuse me for a moment. The bartender is also the minister, you remember?
Yes, Mother Case. Gin and lime.
In a moment. We'll be drinking all round. And you'll need your paper collar. There's to be a wedding.
Ah, savvy. New trader, ah? Same kind paper, like always.
Of course. I'll come with you and write it out for you.
Massa still not say who. Lucky girl.
Uma.
No can do. Bad magic to white man like that. Not with Uma. You know that girl.
I know that girl is the one to whom I want him married. To whom I will have him married. It suits our business. You understand?
Yes, Massa. If Massa say so. Black Jug know only one thing. This can only end bad. He's written in sand. 2 people die.
What kind of man is this Jeremy Case? And what his purpose? By what combination of charm, legerdemain, or simple threat does he seem to rule Falesa, to hold its people in the palm of his hand? Last of all, why should the enormous man called Blackjack shake with an unknown terror at the impending marriage of the new arrived trader Wilshire to by far the loveliest girl in the atoll? I'll return shortly with Act 2.
Tell me, Madame Xanadu, can you really tell me anything about my future?
If you concentrate and gaze with me into the crystal ball. Ah, yes, it is beginning to clear. I can almost see.
Oh, tell me what you see, Madame Xanadu.
I see that you are coming into some money.
I am?
Yes, and you will continue to receive even more.
Oh, how much money will I get, Madame Xanadu?
You will receive $4.20.
$4.20?
Yes, every payday, because you will lower the amount of federal income tax you now have withheld from your pay.
Oh, for heaven's sake. What else do you see in that ball?
I see you filling out a new W-4 form so that you can begin receiving your windfall.
This message presented on behalf of the Internal Revenue Service.
This season's extra lightful entertainment at Dallas Theater Center is almost sold out. As of August 1st, there were only 20 seats available for each performance. Call 526-8920 today and ask for Max. She'll arrange for you to pick out your season seats and give you one free play. Call Max today at 526-8920. Dallas Theater Center's sold-out season begins October 8th.
This is KRLD News Director Dick Wheeler. Believability is the key to effective news reporting, and no broadcast news organization in Texas is more believed than KRLD News. Number 1 in audience ratings, number 1 in journalism awards, number 1 in believability, number 1 in now reporting. That's KRLD News, believed and respected by more people than any other radio station in the Southwest. You can believe it.
The Beach of Falesa, a tropical paradise. Surely one of the loveliest settings for the most sacred rite between a man and a woman. And in Robert Louis Stevenson's tale, certainly the scene was magical. In his own words, the sun was down and the sky all afire. Uma was dressed and scented. Her kilt was a fine tappa, looking richer in the folds than any silk. She showed the best bearing for a bride, serious and still.
I thought shame to stand up beside her before that great grinning mountebank with his paper collar, making believe to read from an old volume of some novel, the words of his service not fit to be set down. And the document we signed. Since Case wrote it, let it be his voice to read it.
This is to certify that Uma, daughter of Fahabao of Falesa, is illegally married to Mr. Sam Wiltshire, and Mr. Sam Wiltshire is entitled to send her packing when he pleases. Signed this day, etc., etc., etc.
It was the practice in these parts, and all I could feel was so ashamed I had to be gone as soon as possible. Uma said she could show me to our house. Well, we strolled through the lush vegetation together until, forgetting myself, almost as though she was some girl in the old country, I unconsciously took her hand. To my surprise, after a sudden gasp, she caught my hand to her face and pressed it there.
You good.
It was all she said. Then she ran quickly up the path ahead of me.
It is good. Mucky a boy. No, mano. But a father, you must say in English. He know my father. He is your Takashi. Without him, you be nothing.
Leave off, Uma. Don't upset her.
No, he must sabi. You are his tiki. You give him life.
Oh, we understand each other. Hey, man, bull, right?
Right, you governor. Put it down. Good night, Sama.
Good night.
This place be good. You bet. Good night, Uma. Tonight, Mano will sleep by and by Bahavo's house.
Why? This is your house.
Bahavo, say more better. Tonight is wedding night, Sama.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'll walk you and Favao home, all right? During the walk back, my mind fairly reeled with all that had happened at first Falesa. And I seemed to have suddenly dropped years from my life. Uma had kindled a lamp, and among all my tumbled possessions she stood straight like a queen, the lamplight shining on her skin. I was ashamed of a wave of feeling I had for this native, ashamed of the mock marriage in that worthless paper. I had to pluck up a lot of courage to enter.
Hello, Sama. Welcome. This, your home.
Aloha, Wahine.
No, Wahine. Me, your wife. But know what you want?
Damn if I know what's come over me.
You do.
Huh?
This case with supply by Cobra.
This supply buys nothing but trouble. Get me the hammer, will you?
Yes, master.
Esco?
Yes, Sama.
That's better. I could regret this. I could regret it 1,000 times. It isn't too late. But something good is happening. First Mano, someone to take care of. And now...
Here is Hama. What you do?
Miss.
That happy juice.
Yes.
Why you do that?
You know why we come here, Uma? From the other side of the world? We who call ourselves white and think we rule the world?
Trade for cobra oil.
Right. So we can make enough money to go back to the old country and become kings. But in the meantime, the rot sets in and the dream gets twisted. It's another world. And a bloke don't belong. So he drowns himself in this. No good. A man who drinks is no good.
I think you one good man. Moon fed, sun died. All the same. Uma belong you till I die.
For the next next 3 days, Uma, Manu, and I worked our hearts out setting up the store and getting ready for business. I didn't see hide or hair of Case, but he told me he did a good deal of hunting and that it was very good in the bush, so I paid little attention. By Friday morning, we were ready for business. By Friday noon, not one customer had climbed the veranda steps. By Saturday morning, even the watching crowd of natives were gone. That night, I went to the bar in search of Case.
Evening, Massa. What do you like?
Nothing to drink, thanks. I'm looking for Mr. Case.
Oh, Massa Case. He take trip one other island.
Oh, I see. Jack, do the people know my store is opening and I'm ready to trade?
Sure, Massa, sure.
Then why don't they come?
Maybe no copra this time. Not rain. I not know. Just make drink for happiness.
Yeah. Jack, tell me, what happened to Viggers, the man who had my station before me?
Vigor, he was cleaning shotgun and...
Yes. And it suddenly went off and blew his head off?
Gun is bad thing.
In the wrong hands. Was Mr. Case on the trip then?
Oh, no. Mr. Casey. I don't remember. I think maybe, yes.
And Adams, the one before?
He drink too much.
I see. What about Underhill?
Talk too much, Massa Wedger. People, they wait for drink this Saturday.
I left the bar feeling everyone's eyes on me. I'd been too long in the islands not to sense what might be going on. I just couldn't guess why. And I had a cold, shaky feeling at the base of my spine. There's something wrong, Uma. What is it?
Nobody come trade. Yes?
Yes. Why?
There be taboo.
Why?
Nobody will speak. How can Uma know?
One man knows everything around here. When he gets back, I'll know, or find out the reason why. Case?
Who's that?
Welcher, I want to talk to you. And put that pistol away.
Reflex action, old boy. Not much time to talk, though. I just got back and
I know, I've been waiting for you. Case, here's a queer thing maybe you can answer. I'm tabooed.
No, you can't be. Not possible. However, just to put your mind at rest, I'll scout round and make sure. Well, I rounded it up with the chiefs, and if you ask me, it's the worst kind of thing I've ever heard of.
I am tabooed then, eh?
Something of the sort. The people won't go near you, Wiltshire. It seems, for some reason, they're frightened of you.
You've gone crazy, Case. What are they frightened of?
I wish I could make out. It's like all their tomfool superstitions.
You haven't been to my house once, Case, since I came. Own up now.
Well, I was busy. It was an oversight. I'm sorry for it. But about coming now, Wiltshire, I'll be quite plain.
Yes? You mean you won't?
Awfully sorry, old man. But that's about the size of it.
In short, you're afraid.
In short, I'm afraid.
You belong here, Uma, if anyone can understand. Tell me, why am I tabooed?
You mean you know, sorry?
How could I? We don't have such crazy things where I come from.
Taboo belong all the same me.
To you?
Yes. Case want me for his woman, but I no want him. Case tell me, you love me so much, you no care. He no tell me, you no get cobra. So, I go away.
What?
Taboo go too. Then, you get much cobra. You like it more better that way. So funny.
No, hold on. Kay seems to have played it pretty mean on the two of us. But I know now, and I don't want you to go away. I love you too much.
No. Tell me true.
Uma, I tell you true. I would rather have you than all the copra in the South Seas.
Now I die little because I am so much loved.
Me too. But, Uma, tell me, why are you taboo?
Listen, he's gone.
Who?
Missionary, he tell you everything, no better from me.
As I came out on the veranda, the mission boat was shooting for the mouth of the river, so I started strolling down towards the river. From the opposite side, there was a man heading for the same place, and as he saw me, he started to run and got there first, as though to keep me from seeing the missionary. At the sight of him, rage flew into my nostrils, and I raced him to the pier. Get out of here, you little swindling thief!
Don't be a fool.
Or I have been since I came here.
I have business here with the missionary.
So have I. And I don't want you eavesdropping, so I give you notice to clear out.
I don't take it, though.
He was quick with his hands, but had neither my height nor weight. Besides, I was blazing with a wrath that would have fit into a chisel. I hit him twice, once with each hand, and he went down with blood spreading on his face like a napkin. Have you had enough? Answer me or I'll take it out of you.
I could have put a bullet through you. Yes, enough for this time with the missionary and his crew as witnesses. But next time, I'll kill you.
Father Talton, sir. I'm Sam Wiltshire.
Benton Company's new trader.
The same.
You make a poor impression rolling on the dock with a man half your size.
A giant on this island, Father Talton. He seems to control it. Father Talton, I need your help.
It was Case that you knocked down.
It was.
You're either a brave or a foolish man. I can promise you nothing except extreme unction when you need it. As I fear you may, since I know no way to protect you from the evil Falesa cast on your kind.
Why should a missionary, constantly out of touch with the process of life as he travels from forsaken island to island, envisage the imminence of death? There are more mysteries that haunt these islands than the ancient one of taboo. I'll return shortly with Act 3.
There's nothing wrong with drinking Budweiser sip by sip, is there? Well, the brewers of Budweiser think there's a better way. Sipping's fine if you're drinking wine. But Bud is the king of beers, a hearty drink. Look, rinse a 10 or 12 ounce glass with cold water. Then, open a can or bottle of Bud and pour it right down the middle so it kicks up a good head of foam. Now, take a big drink and then swallow big. No sips. That's how it should be done. More taste, more beer drinking enjoyment. Thanks to exclusive Beechwood aging, Budweiser has a smoothness that lets it go down especially easy. Sure, it's an expensive way to brew beer, but brewing beer right does make a difference. That's why, when you say Budweiser, you've said it all. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
It's indoor golf time all this week at Northtown Mall. It's a great way to beat the heat and sharpen up your putting or driving game on Northtown's air-conditioned malls. Play a round of miniature golf on the tricky 9-hole course or drive a bucket of balls on Northtown's indoor driving range. And there's even a practice putting green. So go play miniature golf at Northtown, only 25 cents per round, and the hours of play are from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day this week at Northtown Mall, LBJ Freeway at Webb Chapel Road.
There's only one way to travel between Dallas and Fort Worth and the new airport. Sertran, the world's only luxury ground transportation system of its kind, can take you direct to any airline from any one of 4 off-airport terminals. Sertran, go first class.
The pace that Wilshire set up the hill to his house left poor Father Tarleton sweating under his bulky robe and more than a little out of breath. But if he harbored any unchristian thoughts about his host, they were quickly cleared when he learned the first purpose of his visit.
Now, here's the way of it, Father Tarleton. This is Uma, the woman I was married to by Black Jack.
The bartender?
Mr. Jeremy Case, Esquire, informed me he was a pastor. The certificate was written by that same Mr. Case, a dandy piece of literature, I promise you. But I'm not ducking any responsibility. I'm what you call a sinner, and I want you to help me to make it up to the person I deceived.
I shall be happy if I can.
Right. Uma, give me your marriage certificate.
Oh, but why you want?
Come on, you can trust me.
You no hurt Uma?
Give me that and I'll show you. Now, since I signed this piece of paper, I found I'm taboo in this place because of my so-called wife, and I cannot trade. I want to be married right, by a real missionary. So fire away, Father. Well, there was quite a to-do, I can tell you. Mano and Favao had to be brought in. Uma had to be back in her wedding togs. And I took the father aside and asked him to say the service in native to please the others. We had 2 of the crew in for witnesses, and finally it was all bound up right and proper.
Mr. Wiltshire, I have rarely performed a marriage ceremony with more grateful emotions.
Thank you, Father Tarleton.
Do you want to know why your wife is taboo?
Of course I do.
I can tell you at least part of it. Old John Adams traded for your company. Shortly after he came here, he was stricken with the palsy. Massive, general. All of him frozen except one eye which winked. Constantly winked. This vile fellow Case worked up the word that he was the evil eye, that he was the devil, and would destroy the island. He persuaded the villagers to take this poor old man to the other end of the village and bury him alive. Only one person tried to save him. Your wife.
I work for him. He kind, no devil.
Case won 2 battles. He removed a rival trader, and he was able to punish Uma for refusing his advance. Because she tried to stop the burying, he said the evil eye had entered her, and she was made taboo.
But Case, he promised on Bible, my taboo, no yours.
It's all right, wife. I don't blame you. Father?
Yes, son?
It's all of a piece, isn't it? Biggers never blew his head off. That was done for him. Underhill, he was a booze hound, which should have made it easy. He was poisoned. And Adams, buried alive. Now I'm tabooed.
The motive is obvious, even if we have no proof. A man like Case could only enjoy his single-handed control through fear.
Fear? What fear? He's only a man, and a small one at that.
But he holds some dread terror over their heads. I cannot stay this trip, for I am due at Farialihi. I will return as soon as I can. As for Case, without proof, there's little I can do.
Don't you worry about Case, Father. Now that everything's in the open, as it were, you let me handle Case. I didn't see him to speak to for several weeks. Meanwhile, Mano, Uma, Favao, and myself occupied our time making copra with our own hands, a piddling amount for all the labor. Finally, out of sheer frustration and boredom, and because we were tired of a steady diet of canned goods and local fruit and nuts, and to cheer up lonely little Mano, we went hunting. And I bumped into Black Jack. Hey, Jack. No road going eastward?
Oh, one time, one road. Now he dead.
Nobody he go there?
No good. Too much devil, he stop there. Man, he go there. No come back.
You know plenty about devil. You think me one?
No think. Devil. All the same fool.
Uma, she devil? Before he could answer, far across the bay, I see Case come out from the hanging front of the woods, a gun cradled in his elbow. Hello, my friend, you no talk all the same true. Case go, he come back.
Case, no, all the same.
Huh?
Case, diabolo.
Uma, I met Blackjack when I was hunting today. And I saw Case coming from the east end of the island, where there's no trail. Tell me, Uma, what does Tiapolo mean?
Devil.
I thought Aitu was the word for that.
Aitu. Other kind devil. Live in bush. Eat kanaka. Tiapolo, big chief devil. Live in home. All the same, Christian devil.
And I'm no further forward. Jack says Case is Tiapolo.
No, all the same. Case belong Tiapolo. Case all the same, his son. Suppose Case, he wish something. Tiapolo, he make him.
Well, that's right convenient. Like what? Out came such a rigmarole of stories I couldn't make head nor tail of them. It seemed that in the forest, Case had a church where Case worshipped. I now began to have a glimmer of how Case had acquired his position, and though he was a tough nut to crack, I was no ways cast down.
You no go there. I no like you.
Uma, nothing would stop me now. I want to have a look at that place of worship myself, and then we'll see about the glorifying.
But nobody go there unless Tiapolo, he protect you.
I'll chance it with God's protection. I'm a good enough sort of fellow, I hope, for God to con me through. I left at dawn the next day, began to hack my way laboriously through the jungle. Queerness of the high bush is impossible to describe. Suddenly, I heard a sound that was so strange it chilled my blood and left me twittering in my shoes. But this was a sound my ear could follow, and finally I spotted it and climbed the tree to it. Crudely made from a candle box with a brand still on it and banjo strings. A wind harp. I think the upper class name is Aeolian or something like that. All right for you, Mr. Case. You frightened me once, but I defy you to frighten me again. I slid down the tree and, coming to the bottom of it, found a path that led me to my destination. Rum sort of place, too. There was a wall no Kanaka ever built. Must have been century upon century old, winding around a longish mound of earth. On top of the wall was a line of queer idols, carved and painted faces, ugly to view, with teeth of shell, and brightly clothed with cloaks that blew in the wind. And other harps were sounding from all sides. In a moment, I was up over the wall into the mound of earth. Digging off the roof of earth, I found a tarpaulin stretched on boards. So this was the roof of a cellar. I climbed in, and there, around a corner, was a shining face of appalling ugliness, waxed and covered with luminous paint that occasionally smoked. Now that I knew how to fix Mr. Case, I went home.
I no let you go.
I'll tell you what. You fish me out your Bible, and I'll take that with me. That'll make me all right.
Maybe. But I no let Mano go with you.
Mano isn't scared of Aitu, not white man's. Right, Mano?
Mano no scare with Sama.
Besides, I need him to carry the fuses and the lantern. I have gunpowder, 2 dynamite bombs, gun, a machete to chop down those harps, knife.
Mano, go. He's no job for woman.
That's telling her. Fine, old girl, I come back. Whole world is right. We almost didn't make it that night. Poor little Mano with his lame leg. But once there, it was easy. The chargers set in the cellar, the harps hacked down as we passed them, the statues piled on the top, the fuse laid, my patent match lit. Only one small difficulty. On the way, half our fuse line had been lost, and I must have overestimated the amount of explosives needed, for when they caught... Keep your head down, Mano. You all right?
You betcha! Wow! Wow! Some more the same bingo bongo!
We better get out of here. Now, wait, let me light the lantern. There. Now, let me lift it and see just where...
Nothing, ouch! Well, why you talk so big voice? Case, he's coming.
My God, Uma, is that you? You're not afraid?
Too much afraid. I think I died.
Well, me too. How far is Case beyond you?
I don't know. I lost. He be here. 1, 2.
Good Lord. And me with a lantern lit. Fool that I am.
Blow it out! Blow it out!
No, no.
And this is for you, Richard!
You've never had a leg bone smashed and tried to move. You've never known pain. It was a foolish move all around, for I couldn't reach my gun, and it alerted Case. He approached me carefully, his Winchester trained on me, his lips drawn back in a snarl that was supposed to be a smile.
You fool! If you left well enough alone, I'd have made some deal with you later.
Liar, you murderer. You have one more shot at me. Better be sure to be close enough so you don't miss again.
Right between the eyes. Are you ready?
I'd been as taut as a ship's hawser, but the moment he was close enough, I had him by the ankle, plucked the feet right from under him, and was on top of him with broken leg and all before he could breathe. His gun was gone, and he fastened his teeth in my arm like a weasel. Much I cared. My leg gave me all the pain I had use for, and I drew my knife and I got it in place. That's for Underhill. That's for Adams. That's for Vickers. That's for poor little Mono. And this is for Uma. For myself. What is there left to care for? I have nothing left. Well, where am I?
Home.
My leg?
It is set. It will heal.
Uma. You're all right.
Yes. I still your little wife. Bullet hit only shoulder. Soon heal.
And Mano?
He gone. Join ancestors.
Oh, poor little boy.
You listen me, my husband. Uma, your wife. I make promise. I bear you strong boy. Take Mano's place.
As it happened, according to Robert Louis Stevenson, Uma bore Sam his son, just as she promised. And for good measure, 2 daughters, who fortunately looked like her. With the curse at last removed, Sam Wilshire wanted no other home than the beach of Falesá.
I'd love to know where you're listening from. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you're enjoying this, a like would mean a lot.